Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Boku no Hero Academia Chapter 210. Sorry if my voice sounds weird or anything. Whoa, I feel like I just had a voice crack already. It's morning, obviously not super early morning because I can never sleep, but my allergies have been really bad since I woke up. I'm not like stuffed up or anything, but I keep sneezing and I feel like I'm in a constant state of just on the edge of sneezing. And if I do sneeze if there's any awkward jump cuts, that's why, because I'm just going to cut that out so it isn't annoying. So yeah, let's get to reading. This one is actually called, what was it, like Dreams of One for All, I think, or Dreams of All for One? Dreams of One for All. I don't know, I just clicked on it, but Gran Torino was in the thumbnail, so I'm thinking this probably isn't going to necessarily be about Izuku's dreams yet. It's probably going to be more about the conversation with Gran Torino, since All Might was calling him, and also what's going on with All for One. I was kind of hoping the Vestiges stuff would just be kind of like a personal Izuku thing to give him like kind of a one-up on All for One. But at the same time, it makes total sense that All for One would be having visions too, given that the quirk originally comes from him. And given his quirk, he probably has a lot of screwy mental stuff, because when you think about it, he's taking a part of what a person is, like biologically, and a part of who they are, their DNA and everything, when he takes their quirk, and then giving that to somebody else. All the quirks that have gone through him, he probably has a lot of screwy mental stuff going on. But either way, let's actually get into reading Boku no Hero Academia 210. What's it say along the side? Oh, Jesus, long. Finally, the last set of the Class A versus Class B battles begins, but behind the scenes, All Might and Gran Torino are talking about Deku's unusual phenomenon. "Thank you for getting back to me so quickly," says All Might. "Unfortunately, I'm right in the middle of class right now. Shimura did tell me something about a dream of All for One, but..." "Huh? You're just starting the conversation now?" "I didn't remember until you asked me about it. Chapter 210, Dreams of One for All. After all, you're talking about a senior citizen's old memories here, so listen up, but don't expect much." Okay, move past the translator page. Okay, we're getting into the fight. "Once we encounter the enemies, we can't casually exchange words anymore. We need to ascertain their locations first, and turn the situation to our advantage. My unease about All for One hasn't been dispelled completely either. I need to be very careful to not get caught in Shinso's brainwashing." Alright, and then Izuku's just jumping around. I'm pretty sure his plan was to go out front and be the bait. Midoriya's team's formation looks quite similar," says Ida, "to Bakugo's team in the fourth set. They're similarly balanced after all," says Sero, "but they don't have a Jiro on their side, so they need to move more carefully than us, otherwise they could get taken down real quick." Yeah, Jiro. That's true. If they want to lure the enemy team out to figure out their location like before, then that would mean Midoriya will have to work even harder than Bakugo did. Okay, so Izuku's jumping around in front. He signals to Uraraka and Mineta. Alright, and he gets up higher in the structures. "First, I need to stand out to make them target me. Since I've got the most speed, Class B shouldn't be able to just ignore me. After I get attacked by Class B and deduce their locations, I'll cooperate with Uraraka and the rest of the team to capture them." Uraraka's quirk is probably one of the most useful in a situation like this, but then I forget Mineta's. Mineta can, like, stick people. As much as I'm not really a fan of Mineta, his quirk is one of the best in the series when it comes to actually accomplishing things. Like, he could just stick people, and they could win that way pretty easily. But, either way. That's Yanagi's. Here it comes. Alright. "Kya, Uraraka." And he looks over and sees Monoma. "Oh, looks like you found me. After witnessing Bakugo's performance, there's no way I wouldn't be wary of you as well." "Monoma? People like you who have the strength and the moves, of course I have to be cautious of them. That's what any clever person would think. But at the same time, a clever person would also think, Bakugo was only able to draw out his true strength with the help of the other three, so I should crush the other three first. You were standing out on purpose to reveal your location to me, yes? He's provoking me. He may have copied Shinso's brainwashing. Okay, I love that Izuku instantly thinks of that, because I think that's one of the things I said last week, that they would be OP if he had copied Shinso's brainwashing. But it seems my comrades have already found the other 3. That's 3 on 4, you know. Do you think they'll be alright? And Shinso's there as well. They won't be able to communicate secretly. You need to hurry to their side. But wait, well, what if the Kya just now was actually the work of Shinso? That would mean, oh yeah, because he can change his voice. That would mean we actually haven't discovered their location yet, and you would end up being the one to give it away. Huh, what a pickle. It's actually a very good strategy. Won't you even take a glance at your allies? How cruel of you. He's trying to make me reveal their location with a glance. I won't fall for that. I had a little chat with Shinso earlier, about how blessed people will destroy the world. Bakugo's your friend, isn't he? So tell me, how is it that he's able to smile so casually? Given that he's the one responsible for bringing an end to the symbol of peace, and of course he is doing everything to get Izuku to answer him. And he's throwing up a bunch of nuts and bolts and such. A few seconds earlier, just now, that was Shinso. It sounded close, says, Mineta. I really want to see him say Kya with that listless face, says Ashido. Remember to always look at each other's face when you talk. And then Mineta's still floating, holding on to this rope thing. Something got stuck to it. Oh, it's his weapon thing, the vine. What the hell? And all of the, there's a bunch of like nuts and bolts and stuff coming flying towards them too. Acid Veil. They vanished. Oh, it's Nirengeki. They vanished. Or did they block them? Or could this be some kind of trap? Okay. It's Yanagi's poltergeist. Okay, that's what it is. She's just firing them off haphazardly. Okay, so maybe she has telekinesis then. I thought she would have had the power to possess things with a name like Poltergeist. Okay. So then we have more stuff flying toward Mina. Oh, and then they return to their size because Yui's been shrinking them. Okay. Release. That's Kodai's size. Okay. And everything's getting larger. Uraraka's making it float. Twin impact, says Nirengeki. Fire. Okay, not sure what twin impact does. But it looks like everything's flying around. I've got a rough idea of what direction they're in. They're spreading out to remain unseen, loading second barrage. Reiko Yanagi, quirk poltergeist. She can manipulate any object close to her, however she can only move things about as heavy as a person. Yui Kodai, quirk size. She can alter the size of anything she touches, but this doesn't apply to living things. Okay. Nirengeki Shoda, quirk impact, twin impact. In any place where there's damage from an impact, he can trigger a second impact with random timing, and the second impact will be several times more powerful than the first. That's actually a really cool quirk. Imagine if like a fighter had that quirk, like Izuku or something. They'd be totally OP. That was a shock. They might have figured out our location with that, says Uraraka. But what happened to Deku? And now we're back to All Might. I'm sorry to say this, but it's probably not the kind of information you're looking for. What did my master say? As I recall, it was right around the time she inherited One for All. Like always, the two of us were patrolling the streets. It was just a casual conversation. Now we're back to Izuku. What? Listen to this, grinned Torino. I had a weird dream last night. We have a flashback. There was a man shrouded in a dark fog standing in front of me. He looked at me and said... And now we have All Might looking shocked at the screen, and Aizawa and Bakugo looking confused. Okay, so something crazy might be happening. It's not that time. Not yet. Okay? And Izuku has this dark energy bursting from his arm. Another strange occurrence with One for All. This has become an emergency. Okay, I wasn't expecting things to go crazy this quickly. Oh, and it's tearing like the glove off of his arm, whatever it is. Okay, then. So, weird things happening with Izuku's body. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the chapter and my live reaction to it. So, yeah, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I want to learn more about what's going on with One for All. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on in the future. I mean, next week we have to kind of figure out what's happening with Izuku, at least in the moment. And I wonder if it'll end up getting his team disqualified or something, which is kind of sad that they don't get to prove themselves and that the other group doesn't get to. But I feel like both groups had a little bit of time to shine here. I don't know. I feel like we already know, with the exception of Mina, we already know the Class A characters in this fight really well, so there's not really too much more to do with them in this fight. And we saw a bit of the serious side of Monoma, which is nice to see and all, but it would have been good to see more. We got basic introductions to what can be done with Reiko and Yui, and then Nirengeki. He's probably one of the lesser developed ones, but we did get to see a little bit of him in the sports festival when he dropped out, and a little bit more here. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like they're totally devoid of development or anything like that. So, yeah, I think it was good, even if they have to call things off now. But I feel like Izuku wouldn't want that. He would want to keep going on. So it all depends on how bad this outburst of One for All is. And I guess we won't learn that for another week. But yeah, either way, I enjoyed it. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter and what you thought of my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more. Boku no Hero Academia, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff with the channel. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord, it's free and open for anyone. Just ask and I'll give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.